Brahmin, when one dwells with a mind that is not obsessed by sensual lust, not overwhelmed by sensual lust, and one understands as it really is the escape from arisen sensual lust, on that occasion one knows and sees as it really is one's own good and the good of others and the good of both. Then even those hymns that have not been recited over a long period recur to the mind, let alone those that have been recited. Suppose, Brahmin, there is a bowl of water not mixed with lac, turmeric, blue dye or crimson dye. If a man with good sight were to examine his own facial reflection in it, he would know and see as it really is. So too, Brahmin, when one dwells with a mind that is not obsessed by sensual lust, on that occasion, even those hymns that have not been recited over a long period recur to the mind, let alone those that have been recited. Again, Brahmin, when one dwells with a mind that is not obsessed by ill will, then even those hymns that have not been recited over a long period recur to the mind. Suppose, Brahmin, there is a bowl of water not heated over a fire, not bubbling, not boiling. Then a man with good eyesight would see his reflection clearly. So too, when one dwells with a mind not obsessed by ill will, on that occasion, even those hymns that have not been recited recur to the mind. So similarly, a mind that is not obsessed by sloth and torpor, then you can remember very well. That's because it's very clear. Just like a bowl of water, not covered with water plants and algae. And a mind that is not obsessed by restlessness and remorse also can remember very clearly. Just like a bowl of water, not stirred by the wind. And a mind that is not obsessed by doubt can remember very well. Just like a bowl of water that is clear and set in a bright place, then you can see clearly. This Brahmin is the cause and reason why even those hymns that have not been recited over a long period recur to the mind, let alone those that have been recited. These 7 factors of enlightenment, Brahmin, are non-obstructions, non-hindrances, non-corruptions of the mind. When one developed and cultivated, and developed, they lead to the realization of the fruit of true knowledge and liberation. What's 7? The enlightenment factor of recollection is a non-obstruction. The enlightenment factor of investigation of Dhamma, etc., are non-obstructions. These 7 factors of enlightenment are non-obstructions, non-hindrances, non-corruptions of the mind. When developed and cultivated, they lead to the realization of the fruit of true knowledge and liberation. When this was said, the Brahmin Sangharava said to the Blessed One, "Magnificent Master Gotama," and he took refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma and Bhikkhu Sangha. "From today, let Master Gotama remember me as a lay follower who has gone for refuge for life." It's the end of the sutta. So here this sutta makes us see very clearly the effect of the 5 hindrances on the mind. The similes given are very clear. So only thing is, this type of suttas we have to read and then reflect on it, think over it. The next sutta is 46.56. On one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling at Rajagaha on Mount Vulture Peak. Then Prince Abhaya approached the Blessed One, paid homage to him, sat down to one side and said, "Venerable Sir, Purana Kassapa says, there is no cause or condition for lack of knowledge and vision. Lack of knowledge and vision is without cause or condition. There is no cause or condition for knowledge and vision. Knowledge and vision are without cause or condition. What does the Blessed One say about this?" And the Buddha said, "There is, Prince, a cause and condition for lack of knowledge and vision. Lack of knowledge and vision is with cause and condition. There is a cause and condition for knowledge and vision. Knowledge and vision are with cause and condition." And then he asked, "My Venerable Sir, what is the cause and condition for lack of knowledge and vision? How is it that lack of knowledge and vision is with cause and condition?" And the Buddha said, On an occasion, Prince, when one dwells with a mind obsessed by sensual lust, overwhelmed by sensual lust, and one neither knows nor sees as it really is, the escape from arisen sensual lust, this is a cause and condition for lack of knowledge and vision. It is in this way that lack of knowledge and vision is with cause and condition. Again, Prince, on an occasion when one dwells with a mind obsessed by ill will, obsessed by sloth and torpor, obsessed by restlessness and remorse, obsessed by doubt, overwhelmed by doubt, one neither knows nor sees as it really is. This too is a cause and condition for lack of knowledge and vision. It is in this way too that lack of knowledge and vision is with cause and condition. And the Prince asks, what is this Dhamma exposition called, Venerable Sir? These are called the hindrances, Prince. And then the Prince said, surely they are hindrances, Blessed One. Surely they are hindrances, Fortunate One. One overcome by even a single hindrance would not know and see things as they really are, not to speak of one overcome by the 5 hindrances. So here he says, no need the 5 hindrances, like even one will already block us from seeing things as they really are. But Venerable Sir, what is the cause and condition for knowledge and vision? How is it that knowledge and vision are with cause and condition? And the Buddha said, here, Prince, a monk develops the enlightenment factor of recollection, which is based upon seclusion, dispassion and cessation, maturing in release. With the mind that has developed the enlightenment factor of recollection, he knows and sees things as they really are. This is a cause for knowledge and vision. It is in this way that knowledge and vision are with cause and condition. Again, Prince, a monk develops the enlightenment factor of investigation of Dhamma, energy, delight, tranquility, concentration, equanimity, which are based upon seclusion, dispassion and cessation, maturing in release. With a mind that has developed the enlightenment factors, he knows and sees things as they really are. This is the cause for knowledge and vision. It is in this way that knowledge and vision are with cause and condition. And the Prince asked, what is this Dhamma exposition called, Venerable Sir? The Buddha said, these are called factors of enlightenment, Prince. And the Prince said, surely they are factors of enlightenment, Blessed One. Surely they are factors of enlightenment, Fortunate One. One who possesses even a single factor of enlightenment would know and see things as they really are, not to speak of one who possesses the 7 factors of enlightenment. The bodily fatigue and the mental fatigue that I experienced from climbing Mount Vulture Peak have subsided. I have made the breakthrough to the Dhamma. That's the end of the sutta. So this Prince was so happy that his bodily tiredness and the mental tiredness from climbing the hill so high to see the Buddha, he said, have all gone away. He says he has made a breakthrough to the Dhamma, he's understood the Dhamma. So this Buddha is saying, everything in the world happens due to causes and conditions. There's nothing that happens without a cause and condition. So knowledge and vision also is because the 5 hindrances obstruct us, that we don't see things as they really are, that we don't have knowledge and vision, jnana, dasana. But on the other hand, if we develop the 7 factors of enlightenment, then we have clear vision and knowledge. So that's the end of the Bojjhangas. The rest of the suttas I won't be reading because there are a lot of repetitions. Now we have covered 55 minutes. So maybe I'll stop here and go into Satipatthana tomorrow. Anything to discuss? Yeah.
It seems that every time we talk about the 5 hindrances, we always end up talking about the 7 factors of enlightenment. By cultivating the 7 factors of enlightenment, we actually overcome the five.
Yes. They are like opposite. Actually, this chapter is on the 7 factors of enlightenment, the 7 Bojjhanga. But because the 5 hindrances are the opposite, it has the opposite effect. So the Buddha mentions them so much in this chapter. You don't find one chapter on the 5 hindrances by themselves. But most of the suttas concerning the 5 hindrances are found in this Bojjhanga Samyutta. Visuddhimagga is a book compiled by monks and written by this monk called Buddhaghosa. And this book appeared around the year 400 AD, 400 CE, Common Era, which is about 900 years after the Buddha passed into Nibbana. So he compiled them from different sources at that time. So like a lot of later books, it has a lot of good Dhamma in it, but unfortunately it's also mixed with some wrong Dhamma. So unless you are very familiar with the suttas, you won't notice these contradictions with the words of the Buddha. So that's why it's not advisable to rely on later books. We should make the earliest suttas our cornerstone, our foundation. If you have a very good foundation in the original suttas of the Buddha found in the 4 Nikayas, plus the 6 books in the Khuddaka Nikaya, then when you read later books like the Abhidhamma, commentaries, Visuddhimagga, Mahayana books and all that, you can see the contradiction, so you won't fall into the trap. That's why in the suttas, remember we read, the Buddha gave a warning that he asked the monks to master the suttas. He said in the future, people don't want to listen to the Buddha's words in the suttas. They want to listen to the words of disciples. That means later monks, like all these later books. And then the Buddha called them the words of poets. Nice sounding words only, but they cannot compare with the Buddha suttas.
Another question, look like we are coming to the end of this book. What is the understanding you
we will finish this Samyutta Nikaya, and then if we have time, I would like to go into the Majjhima Nikaya. Even though we cannot finish, we will do as much as we can. And then maybe next year during the Vassa, if you are still around, you can listen to Okay, if there's nothing, we transfer it.